Gary, if you want to start recording, go ahead. Just want to welcome everyone. It's about I think I have 2:31. So we'll go ahead and get started. I noticed some of you are already asking some questions in the chat. The one up there was about a virtual day in September. Guys, we hate to tell you this, but we have no new information than what we had 2 weeks ago on the waivers being extended. As of right now, the waivers all extend through August 31st. So excluding meal pattern and at risk. At risk will officially have to stop serving on the at-risk program June 30th, unless we get back with you in between now and then, because those waivers do expire at that point in time. A couple other.
Interject real quick.
Okay, hang on.
I did submit a state waiver this morning to our regional office to extend at risk until August 31st, but that has not been approved. So as of right now, on June 30th, you can serve at risk, supper, third meal, whatever you guys are calling it, until June 30th. I requested that waiver to be effective July 1, but I have no way of knowing if it will be. They confirm, acknowledge that they received it, and they will review it. They have to accuracy, and then they have to send it to national office in DC for approval. So right now, as of this minute, because that's really all we can tend to plan for sometimes, is the at-risk third meal must stop at the close of business or your last meal on June 30th. As soon as we hear otherwise, of course, we will let you know as quickly as we learn anything. As far as serving virtual, I know a lot of you are putting that in the chat. We have zero guidance on how to feed for virtual. We ask that, states are asking that every week on our call with USDA, and they can give us zero guidance at this point for that. It's frustrating for us, and I know it's extremely frustrating for you all because you are trying to plan, but they are powers that be at USDA that we have to answer to and get our guidance from because we've received nothing. Okay, I'm going to stop there and we're going to do our PowerPoint.
Well, they're getting a lot of feedback. So
oh,
I didn't turn the thing on.
You'll have to plug in. Okay, you're getting feedback. Okay, hold on.
Dana, I muted you a while ago and that helped a lot. So just whenever you or Jennifer are talking, we'll be sure and keep muted.
We're just adjusting a couple things in the office. Shelley McAdoo, yes, go ahead and apply for SSO for the new school year. When you do your application and renewal, just because you apply doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it or will be claiming under SSO, but go ahead and complete it. So if we do get approval to use it or have to, like we did this year, you're already going to be ready to go.
Yeah, nothing working over here.
I don't know. Is the feedback still bad, Nancy? I'm scrolling through. We don't know anything about delivery of breakfast and lunch at this point. Sounds like we're underwater. Okay, that's the first we've heard that.
I have no screen now, here or there.
Okay, so it's better. Okay, great. So sounds better than it did. Okay.
Yeah, and Dana just.
Okay, well, Dana's going to move forward with the PowerPoint. Are you up and going, Dana? She's going to share her screen and be up and running, and then we'll run through the PowerPoint, and then we'll go back to the questions in the chat.
Now you're seeing this, my.
I can see your privilege equity. That's not what you see?
Nope.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Get unmute. There we go. Okay. I can't see my PowerPoint, but I think you guys can, so we're going to run on through it a little bit. The paid lunch equity, we're just going to remind you that that has to be done. See, I'm having an echo. You are. I'm going to put mine on mute and talk on Jennifer's.
Okay, we can do that. Okay,
So all we were going to say about the paid lunch equity is, remember, it has to be done before you can insert your new 2021 application. Those are coming in really well, the girls have said, and they're getting them approved and getting ready for you guys to do those. But remember, we're still waiting on the rates to come out to do the Schedule B. You can't hit your certified button. It won't let you until the Schedule B is done. And then we can't go in and approve any of your application until we get those. Jennifer did ask yesterday on our USDA call, what about the rates? Were they ready? And it was almost kind of funny. They said, that's a really good question. They would do some checking, but there's somewhere up in the Bureau of Labor Statistics was kind of a holdup. So hopefully those won't be too long in the making.
Gary, can you advance our slides, please? We had to move to my computer. And I can.
Actually, I probably cannot because
Do it from yours.
you would
There
have.
go. That changed them. Okay, we're
Strange.
getting it. We're dealing with technicals on our side, but we're good.
We can
On
work it
my-
out.
On my end, we're
Just
still.
remember, when you put in your application, you get everything done. Those applications, when they come in, we approve them as they come in. So if you delay getting yours in and getting it certified, it could delay it getting approved. We assign those to the different staff here in the office. And usually whoever's working on yours will contact you and let you know if they need anything else. And just like the note says, we have no rates as of today, so that will be forthcoming. Let me advance. Oh, wait, what am I doing? CEP, Jennifer, you want to talk to him about the CEP and then the new download tomorrow?
We should be receiving the most current data as of tomorrow that we can get from DHS. That's who we get it from. And it will be uploaded into the Wave tomorrow evening. And then barring any glitches, which we aren't expecting any because it's a normal upload, it's just a second one, which we normally do not do. It will be ready on Friday, the 26th. If we run into problems, we will let you all know through CARS, and then it would be ready on Monday, the 29th. Keep in mind, you have to pull, if you're considering CEP, you have to pull your data on or before June 30th. You had from April 1st to June 30th. Once you pull your numbers from Direct Cert, you get your foster child information, any tribal information, any homeless, migrant, Head Start, or runaway information. You need to print an enrollment form by site for the school for the same time frame as your Direct Cert information. Those have to coincide. So keep that in mind. And Friday will be a day upload unless we have a problem, and we would let you know. These waivers, like Dana said first thing when we got on, these were the same extension dates that we gave you 2 weeks ago. Meal pattern will go through July 31st, and the monitoring for the different programs, schools, state agency monitoring, sponsor CACFP, all those got extended to August 31st. And then our state eligibility waiver for the 50% site requirement was done in a nationwide, everybody that submitted one, which everybody apparently did, and then all the states for their sites, was extended through August 31st. I have submitted a state waiver just this morning to extend at risk, and some of you know that is the third meal, to hopefully get approved till August 31st, but I do not have that approval yet. So as of right now, unless USDA extends the nationwide waiver for at-risk, it ends on June 30th. I don't know that if they don't extend it, I can't guarantee that ours will be approved, nor can I guarantee if it is approved, it would be approved by July 1. I have requested it to be effective July 1, but again, we do not have approval for that. We are trying to get it extended, but I have no guarantees. Just know that. Oklahoma Department of Ed issued a ready to learn document for schools. It involves all elements of starting back, not just child nutrition. It has some child nutrition information in it. Because we have not received official guidance from USDA, what's in there is pretty vague. Just know that. But as soon as we get our guidance, that information will be sent out. It will be updated in the Return to Learn as well. And everybody will get the same information. We're still waiting for next school year on that playbook that USDA's promising for guidance. We don't have anything yet. So anything plans for virtual, we don't have anything yet. As of right now, all I can tell you is when school starts and you go back to traditional school that we've seen over the past years, not COVID school year, go national, just move forward with national school lunch. And then we're hoping within I'm hoping within another week, we'll have some guidance. And if we do, we'll put it out there. We may even get a Zoom meeting scheduled if we get it, just so that we can all get the same information at the same time. But we did have our Tuesday call with our Southwest region and the guidance is not ready yet. And national office is aware that we are all frustrated because we need answers. ABVM's coming up and they will be virtual. Here's the dates. The information to register is in the CARS system. And that's been sent out at least once, if not maybe twice by now, but we've got one and we're breaking ABVM up a little bit to allow for questions, and we're breaking it up by some topics. And then there'll be some additional trainings. That'll be the next couple slides on different topics: procurement, wellness, smart snack, professional standards is in end of July. That's all of them. Okay. And then again, we're gonna now move to the questions in the chat box so we can hopefully get as many questions that we're able to answered for you. So give us just a second to scroll up, because as they come in, we
need
just
to apply for seamless summer, or can we do summer in case? So they need to apply for seamless summer.
I would definitely apply for seamless summer. Again, we're waiting on guidance as far as what will be allowed, if summer feeding will be allowed. If you're doing virtual, we don't have answers to that yet. So Shauna, yes, for right now, I can tell you, I would apply for National School Lunch. I think BK is for breakfast, which is school breakfast program. Summer feeding, if they allow us to do a form of summer feeding during this time, which we don't know that we can yet, your current summer feeding application will take you to January.
Someone's asked, they've not heard anything on their PLE tool. Just give them time.
They're being approved.
If we are finishing our fourth year of CEP, do we do the PLE?
Are you going to try and continue to be CEP, or are you going back to traditional counting and claiming and taking applications? If that's the case, you need to do the PLE.
Can we serve breakfast and lunches throughout July under SSO without an approved application?
You're echoing.
Okay.
Okay, let's do, I know why. I think I do. Hold on. I think I know why. Because one of us need to, oh, mine was on mute.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't get it. Okay, we're trying to figure out why Dana's echoing. Sorry, we were scrolling down the questions. Okay, we've answered that one. We've answered that one. Can we serve breakfast and lunches throughout July under SSO? Yes, go ahead and serve under SSO. It will end up getting approved. Your application will get approved, yes. Yes, Maria, if you are going to opt into CEP for the new, if you're new to CEP and want to do it next year, we need to know by August 31st. If you're staying on CEP, just stay on CEP. If you are reestablishing any numbers because maybe they've gone up or you were in a grace year and now you're going to qualify for CEP, you reach out to your consultant. And we need to know that as well. If SSO is waived until August 31st, would a school automatically do that, or would some choose to just start full pay? If you start school the traditional way, which is starting on, let's just say August 13, everybody's there, you're going to go to National School Lunch, School Breakfast. You will be mailed a CN calendar for 2021. They just got done printing. We will be working on that. Yes, the call is being recorded and they get posted to cars. Second to last slide with the dates for training. Yes, Dana can scroll back to the slides of training dates.
This one?
There's one, and those are the dates for the ABVM. And again, these are all going to be done like this call right now, because that's our only option this year. So July 21st from 9 to 12, and August 6th from 1 to 4, and then we have some others on some additional topics. Excuse me, procurement, July 28th and August 5th, and then wellness, smart snack, and professional standards, we're doing July 21st and 22nd. There'll be a repeat.
CN manual. CN manual, when will it be available?
We're gonna put it on the website Friday. It's gonna go up. So the new child nutrition manual for school year 2021 will be on cars on Friday.
He's not seeing the questions.
One of these is 2 hours and one is 3. Is that on purpose?
No.
Okay. We'll adjust that. We just realized that one of the procurement times is 2 hours and one's 3. We will adjust that accordingly and get that updated. What's in cars where you register, go there. The waiver that ends June 30th is the unanticipated school meal closure, which is allowing for you all to continue to serve the at-risk third meal into June, through June, basically.
Any idea how goods will be used at?
We are reapplying to stay on CEP. Yes, that means you don't necessarily have to do the PLE tool, right?
Right.
That is correct. June 30th. Did I say July? Oh. June 30th. At CACFP at risk, or what you all consider third meal, ends, that waiver ends June 30th. I have asked for an extension to that for the state of Oklahoma, but I have no approval on that yet. Nothing. As soon as I hear something, I'll let you know. I know another state in our region submitted one 2 weeks ago, and they have not heard anything. Just FYI.
Shirley McAdoo, I will send her the link.
Shelly McAdoo, Dana will send you the links. So Maria, if you only have one site that's not CEP, you would take applications if they're traditional counting and claiming and all that, just like you would normally. And I say normally loosely because what's normal anymore, but.
And someone's asking about bids for next year.
There are, let's see, any idea how bids will be used at times like these with availability and shortages of milk? I honestly, since we don't know how guidance-wise on serving at this point, even virtual, you know, grab and go, you need to go ahead and move forward with how you would normally do that, bids and etc. And yes, I'm sure depending on when USDA issues their guidance, and what that guidance is, there may be a rush on things.
Do we anticipate a waiver for offer versus serve in the high schools?
I don't know what to think about offer versus serve for high schools. If you're serving in the classrooms at this point, at this point, as it stands, the way things are, it's required. Will the guidance that USDA comes out with give any leniency for that? Maybe. I have nothing to base that on, though. Honestly, I wish I could give you more answers.
Slideshows.
These slides.
I haven't posted the slides.
The slides
Here's the
haven't
question.
been posted on CARS. We've just been taking the chat and answering the questions within that after we get them. Which one's yes? The Sabina question?
Let me see the Sabina question. Oh,
Okay, Sabina, if we certify each tab of application, is it automatic that your office staff will see as certified, or do we need to notify your office when completely done after USDA releases the rates and the final tab?
once they do the final certify, we see them.
Yes, right. That's right, Becky. Yes, yes. The final submission to us is what we get an alert for. When is the one that goes over meal planning and cafeteria managers? That's our cafeteria managers training, and we're still working out the details on how to split that out. It's a very intense class, really. I mean, because it covers so many topics. So we're still trying to figure out how to break it out so it's not 6 hours in front of a computer in a Zoom meeting. So once we get that, we will be sending the notice for that, because we may break it into 3 2-hour trainings. They're trying to figure out a good breaking point for each one of those. So we don't have anything out regarding the cafeteria managers just yet.
Tell Laura that's not a silly question.
Let's see.
About parents signing the applications electronically.
Oh no, we've gotten a lot of that, Laura Pennington, and we've gotten a lot of questions about signing applications electronically. Many schools are doing this. Just know that that can't be their only option. If they don't have the ability to do an electronic application and do an electronic signature, there has to be a way for them to sign it. And so if that means they have to come up to the school and sign it, that's what they have to do. And that's just, they do have to have a way to sign it. And it can't just be electronic. But you can use that option, yes. I will be out of the state during the wellness. Okay.
I'm going to bring this up. All of our trainings, we will post online after we finish them, and they're recorded just like these are. We will go ahead and post the ABVM, but we are not going to allow that ABVM to suffice for your mandatory ABVM training. We're offering 2 of those, plus we do the online Oklahoma Edge training that you can go in and read through the questions and answer the test at the end. Because this is a mandatory training, we need to have proof that someone from your district did attend. And if we just stick a certificate at the end of a PowerPoint, there's no real guarantee to USDA that someone from your district actually attended the ABVM. The other trainings, we give you the benefit of the doubt so you can get your professional standard hours and get those done. But ABVM, we feel that really we need some type of backup documentation that someone did attend that training. But all of them will be posted in CARS, and we will put those in the 2021 other documents under probably trainings and whatever the title will be there, trainings and professional standards or something. But we will send those out as we get those finished.
So yes, the trainings will be online if you're not able to tune into one of the dates we've given. No, Chris, Brian, we have no guidance from USDA as far as a school that's wanting to do a blended of traditional and virtual schedule or just full virtual in the fall. We're still waiting on that. Asked that on a Tuesday call, and they said they had no guidance at this point. They couldn't answer my question. I asked that specific question because that's what Moore's potentially going to do for 2 of their options. Can we serve with straight serve and not offer versus serve at the high school since we are doing box lunches and have several lines to move? At this point, without guidance from USDA, I have to tell you that high school lunch is required to do offer versus serve. And again, waiting on guidance from USDA to see if there's any leniency with that. If it isn't something that they require a state agency to submit a waiver for, I will look at doing that.
Sean has a question.
I'm waiting to see what state waivers I'm going to need to do to see what kind of flexibility we have when USDA issues their guidance. I don't want to put I will put the time in, but I don't want to put it in and then have all this leniency for work that I had tried to get a state waiver for. So I'm waiting for some guidance. And then once we review that, we will determine what state waivers we feel we need to do. And maybe even depending on what comes out, be discussing it on a call if there's a waiver that I need to do. Shauna, my district wants to do grab and go on offer versus serve. How can, again, waiting on guidance on that. We don't even know as far as what our options are for grab and go next year. We don't know what our options are for virtual or part virtual, part traditional. I understand your frustration. Have we really gotten to, oh, I thought, any others? I thought we had, oh, there's one.
Opinion on salad.
My opinion on salad bar is you're going to have a lot of hands that may or may not be clean grabbing the same tongs. My suggestion for salad bars, if the health department says it's a go and you guys can do it, is you have an employee there that is gloved and can get them what they need. And I realize that that probably is not that realistic because of staffing, and I get it, but you're also, there's a lot of hands-on tongs. I just, and again, I don't know, we've, over the last several calls, this has been a topic, salad bars and such, offerings bars, etc. Have any of you, and we've just told you all to reach out to your local health department, have any of you all done that? And if you have, what have they suggested? Because that has been our suggestion. Has anyone done that and be willing to share that? Nancy, you emailed your health department for the suggestions. He didn't have anything. Okay, he's too busy to think about it because of all the camps he's been inspecting. He suggested prepackage. Okay, at this point, can students gather in the cafeteria and eat? That's going to be part of your district plan. Some districts are choosing to not do that, and some are still evaluating how they're going to handle that.
Oh, Maria said prepackage each component.
The suggestion, Maria, that you got from your local health department was to prepackage each component. Wowzer. Haven't heard that. We take requests on salad and prepackage accordingly. Okay. Costs could be unreal. I agree completely. Oh, Debbie, they told you to call us. Well, that's interesting.
That'd be my
Because
area.
we are not the health department. Goodness gracious. Okay. Because salad bars aren't a requirement, so we wouldn't have any guidance on that. But my recommendation would be you need to have someone there that can do that for the student. And that, again, will be an issue. I understand that. You called and you're still waiting. We do not have a person with the health department.
That's one. Okay.
Okay.
That's Pittsburgh County.
Pittsburgh County. I wonder if who does your health inspections?
Nina must have retired for real this time.
Oh, Dana said Nina must have retired for real this time. Oh, so you're not getting health inspections in Pittsburgh County. Oh my. That's interesting. So when you do your health inspection report next year and you're supposed to have 2, you need to have documentation that the health department said no one's doing them, just FYI. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, Sherry Elliott, that's down in Canadian County. They said to have 1 employee to serve the salad bar. That would be my suggestion. We package everything now, haven't used salad bars for sanitation concerns. I agree, it's a sanitation concern, definitely. Cross-contamination of all the kids touching those tongs is a big deal. Health department is short-staffed in Northwest Oklahoma. I got a letter stating they're not doing them since COVID-19. Yes, and that's the documentation you need. So yes, not every county has enough health inspectors. Yes, I remember years ago, Canadian County did not, and they were doing barely any school health inspections when I was in the field. So I do remember that.
I think Corey says that's what she
So they
did.
don't worry about you all. I know, because most of the time school kitchens are clean. Okay, that's what you did. Okay, great, Corey, that's what you need. Anybody that didn't get one needs to do. You are starting in August 6th and kids are eating in the cafeteria, no bar, no microwaves to use. Okay. And at this point, that's what, and hopefully we'll have more guidance so that if something happens, once you start, we will be able to guide you on what to do. Oh, Nancy, they're still inspecting the marijuana shops. Okay.
There's one on every
And there
corner.
seems to be a plethora of those these days. So we can kind of joke about that. At least we can laugh a little bit, right? No, I know you're not joking. They're all over the place. I agree.
They're essential.
They're essential. That's what Dana said. Share tables, again, we have not received guidance on that. I'm hoping that will be in the USDA guidance as well. But I know for a fact that they will not think of everything because they're not doing it like you all. They're not doing it on a daily basis. They don't know all the different ins and outs and what ifs. So I hope that share tables are mentioned. In fact, I might email them and tell them they need to send that up to national office. Thank you. Hadn't thought about that one myself. And see what they say. Our inspector told us that we would be receiving only 2 next year because of the edible seed inspections. Okay. What would that mean that one that is serving at the salad bar would need to serve the adults as well?
I would.
Meaning the salad bar for the adults? I absolutely would, unless they want to wear a glove. I know you don't want to give a glove to every child on the bar, but I mean, I don't know, you might want to give a glove to an adult. That would be a few less gloves, quite a few less gloves, but that's up to you. If you want to serve, if you all choose to serve the adults and the I would definitely serve the students, but if you choose to serve the adults, that's fine. That's up to you.
Reminded that the fresh fruit and vegetable
Okay.
applications are due.
Edgar's put a reminder that the fresh fruit and vegetable program applications for elementary sites are due in the CAR system August 17th. No share tables or salad bars at Oklahoma City Public Schools. I think that's going to be the case in most instances, just because of the whole cross-contamination and being able to have someone there to help serve it. Non-pricing schools and the PLE, they don't have, do they do one? They don't do one. No, you're exempt as well. Health department told us no share tables at this time. Lisa, what county are you with? So you got an answer. Some counties can't get an answer. Sharon Mutual, okay. Well, good to know that you got an answer. So that county health department says no. No share tables. Okay, at this, all this talk about worrying about salad bars, yet no one has said anything about the water fountains. I have been told that most schools are going to turn them off and cover them with plastic. I hear that on superintendent calls that I'm on, that they're not allowing water fountains.
Tulsa's always been stricter.
Okay, I didn't know that. Tulsa's always strict. You do still have to offer potable water. There is a memo. Let me find it real quick. Hold on, it's one of the last memos that we have been issued. And it discusses potable water. Okay, the question on the memo we had regarding potable water. May funds, and I'm going to read it straight from the memo to you. May funds from the nonprofit food service account be used to purchase bottled water, and in parentheses, as an alternative to water fountains and other on-site options for non-congregate meals served during the public health emergency. And again, this is addressing, keep in mind, non-congregate meals. So if they're eating in the cafeteria, that's considered congregate. But yes, the answer is you can use funds from the nonprofit school food service account to purchase those type of things. The purchase of potable bottled water to supplement meals served in non-congregate setting is an allowable cost. It's an allowable cost for congregate setting as well. For further information, it talks about memo SP for school programs 28-2011. So you can Google that. If you just Google SP, which stands for school programs 28-2011, you'll find that memo, and it's discussing water availability. And then there's another memo also that is SP again for school programs 49-2016 that you can reference. It's all regarding potable water when that rule came out that you had to do it. And so those memos discuss it. State and local agencies are reminded that milk is expected to be served as part of each reimbursable meal, and potable water may not be provided as a substitute for milk. Just remember that. Okay, back to the questions in the chat.
Shelley Fox wants to know if they're on SFSP, do we recommend SSO for August? They can serve SFSP in August, right?
Yes, you can do summer feeding at this point right now until I get more guidance or we get more guidance from USDA. If you're doing summer feeding right now, do you still recommend we apply for SSO for August meals? Possibly, I probably would, just in case the, something comes out about virtual and only being able to do SSO. I don't know what's going to come out at this point. Better safe than sorry. Just because you apply for SSO doesn't mean you'll be claiming in it. You might, but that doesn't mean you have to. Or the July 21st and 8/6 ABVM meetings the same? No, they're the same. You only need to attend one, Lorinda, and everyone else. Anything else?
We're slowing down.
There's something down
You wanna talk
here.
about the
Hang on.
equipment now?
Somebody, okay. Couple people, hold on, put some questions in a different place. Let me, oh no, that's the same question. Okay, so Melissa, you asked if we need additional equipment for the school year because of COVID, will it be paid for by the state, like a warming cart to deliver meals to classrooms? No, it won't. We will be issuing an equipment grant here pretty soon, and you can apply for that. But the state doesn't reimburse for equipment if you don't get the equipment grant. But that is an allowable cost for child nutrition funds. I hope that helps. And let's see, we've discussed share tables already. I'm gonna send this to national office, but you might also check with your local health department on share tables. And I'm hoping USDA guidance will be there for share tables.
Yes, the equipment grant will only apply to those who have not received.
Yes, the equipment grant, if you've received an equipment grant in the past at one of your sites, that site is no longer eligible for an equipment grant. Another site can be, but that site that received it is not. The only time it would be is if we didn't have enough applicants to disperse all the money, and then we could go to applicants that had already received. We would go back out with something that says, okay, we have extra money, you know, you can apply. That's the only way that would be allowed for a site that's already received equipment grant money.
But please, if you apply and you receive the grant, fill out the paperwork and get it sent back in so that, first of all, we can get you paid for that equipment, but also so our state doesn't send back money to USDA, because when you wait till the last possible minute and you've not spent your money, then it's too late for us to get it back out to any other schools that need it. And if you've got any piece of equipment that you would like, put in a request for it. We've seen things come through on the equipment grant that You guys don't dream big enough. Dream bigger when you're doing your grant application.
And let me say that it's not, the application for the new money is not available yet. There's an application in the CAR system, but it's not. It will be a paper application. So there's nothing to apply for just yet. When it goes out, it'll go out in CARS with all the applicable documentation you must complete and turn into us. Okay, Candace, just to be clear, because you missed part of the conversation, I have a child who is lactose intolerant and will be eating in our cafeteria. Can I offer that child a bottle of water? You can, but you still have to do the milk substitution or whatever the doctor's note says for that child. So you would still be offering a lactose option, a lactose-free option for that child. Water does not take the place of milk in any part of National School Lunch, School Breakfast. Anybody else?
That's all I had on my notes.
And also, I mean, as soon as we get the rates, we get them out the same day. Or if it's, you know, sometimes they issue things in the evening, we get them out the next morning.
Becky, y'all have anything?
Becky, do you have anything that you want to ask or add to the conversation? No? Okay. Back to your CEP slide. Thank you, Harold. Thanks for all you guys are doing. We know your frustration right now with not having answers. I get emails and I just cringe that I have to answer that I'm waiting for USDA guidance, but I can tell you this is nationwide. No one's getting answers at this point because we don't have it. Yes, memos are in other documents, but I can tell you that some of these memos that have come out during COVID, you be sure and look under the 2020 because any memos that come out in that fiscal year stay in that fiscal year. So all these memos that we've gotten in waivers during COVID are in 2020. There aren't any in 2021 yet because none have been issued for 2021.
Thank you.
So I hope that's clear enough. There's just a mass amount of information and it takes up so much space. We want to be able to have enough room in 21 for all the information we need. So there's certain things we leave in the one fiscal year, and some information we do carry over. So just FYI. So right now, I would check for memos and such for COVID information, look in 21st, please. Anybody else? Okay, so I promise as soon as we get rates, guidance on how all this is going to work in the new school year, and what was the other thing? Rates, guidance, and shoot, I just went blank on it. We will reach out to you all as soon as we get it obviously we need to review it. The rates we don't have to review, but the guidance, we will review the guidance internally and then get it out just as fast as we can so that you have correct information, because there are entities that issue that information and sometimes give misinformation along with it, and that's just as frustrating as not having correct information. We want you all to have the right information.
And if you guys notice, I just wiped out the last bullet point on that CEP slide because the girls are telling me when the consultant comes and verifies all of your CEP numbers, they send that information to the office, and the office girls actually go in and put that back into the correct CEP checklist. You do not do that. Sorry.
That works. We are doing everything we can, Ramona, to keep you updated. And we are going to continue to have these calls. And I know I ask this every call kind of towards the end. Summer feeding still going well for you all, I hope. I hope. Wow, Shauna, that's good. That's a good thing. Good numbers. Last day's tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for continuing this long. We know you all need a break too. Oh, increasing. Nice. You're starting to close sites. Okay, Shelley. Yes, Meals to You is awesome. Those of you that did apply for Meals to You, I'm going to tell you all this, but it's being extended to August 15th. I don't know if you all have been told that. But it's too late to apply for anyone else, but if you've been on it, you will get an email telling you it's been extended to August 15th. Glenetta, yours is the last day. Oh, that's still good. Serving over $100 a day for Sentinel, or 100 meals a day for Sentinel. That's good. June 30th. I think, yeah. Steady, holding steady. Good. Serving through July. Good. Good. Yes, I know numbers are dropping as well. Last day was Monday, going through July 24th, but will be 10 sites in July, going through July.
Some are down, some are up.
Yeah, so pretty much the normal, the ups and downs, cut back in July because no one wants to work. I understand too, Kristen, I really do. Your ladies need a break. They've been working really hard. Good, feeding till August, outstanding. Last day for delivery, Monday, June 30th, last day. Yeah, the June 30th date. Thanks for what you're doing as well. Numbers down. Meals to You sent us an email. Okay, great. Good. I had gotten an email that it would be going out, but they didn't tell me when it would be going out. So we had about 25 schools that participated in Meals to You, by the way. Staying the same, good. If kids show up to summer school, we'll feed until August 6th. Okay. Nancy, is your summer school on site or is it not on site? Virtual, I guess. Dropping. Wow. Who's Samsung Galaxy S8 that's still going strong at 550? That's outstanding. Through July, holding steady. Yes, I'm sure it is more than in previous years. I agree. Lisa, ours are decreasing, but still a lot of meals, about 40,000 a week. Offering the USDA produce boxes, dairy for farmers, that's attracting more families to come. Good. We're feeding around 80 and feeding through July. Summer school the month of June. Nancy, on site. Okay, how is that going? Well, you're probably one of the few schools I know that are actually having kids on site, which is encouraging. 46, but still, that's encouraging. Oh, you can't, yeah. Cost-wise, I understand. Yes, sports have come back. My son's playing baseball this summer, which I've enjoyed. Last day for Lexington. We have summer school on site. Okay, so you're having kids on site. Okay, good.
Summer's actually starting some summer schools in July.
So some summer schools are starting in July. Okay, so they pushed it back. Kingston, oh, okay, Kingston's doing, oh, great. Doing the 550 a day, nice. With the better SFSP reimbursement, even with fewer meals in April and May, we did pretty well financially. Outstanding. That's great. Did upcoming trainings come from CNP address? It came from the generated, our CARS generated email. Yes, Shelley, Dana can get that to you. I understand that well is relative, but it's better than negative. A negative, which I'm sure you guys have dealt with as well. So, what time is it? 3:20. Okay, do we have our next one scheduled, Dana?
July the 8th.
July the 8th. We will plan on July the 8th unless some just real important information comes out and breaking news comes out. We will have one before then. Thank you, everybody. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. And we'll hear from you on July 8th, unless something comes out we need to get with you sooner, and we will do that. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks. Gary, we're done.